Welcome to PastPathsUK-USA, a channel where we uncover the hidden stories behind the names, places, and events that shaped our world. Today's story takes us back more than 500 years, to a time when the world was still being drawn, erased, and redrawn on fragile parchment maps. This is the story of how America was named, a story filled with exploration, confusion, ambition, and a twist of historical fate. It is not just a story about discovery, but about recognition, belief, and the power of maps to define reality. A world that didn't know America existed before America had a name. Europe believed the world was already fully known. Maps showed Europe, Africa, and Asia, and nothing more. When sailors returned with stories of new lands, most Europeans assumed they had reached the edges of Asia. The idea that an entirely new continent existed was almost unthinkable. Columbus reaches land but misses the truth. Christopher Columbus reached the Caribbean in 1492, but he never believed he had discovered a new continent. Until his death, Columbus insisted the lands were part of Asia. Because of this misunderstanding, his name was never connected to the idea of a new world. History would remember Columbus, but not in the way he expected. Enter Amerigo Vespucci. Amerigo Vespucci was an Italian navigator, map reader, and careful observer of the natural world. Unlike Columbus, Vespucci paid close attention to stars, coastlines, and distances. As he explored South America, he began to suspect something revolutionary. This land was not Asia at all. Voyages that changed understanding. Between 1497 and 1504, Vespucci traveled along the coast of South America. He measured the stars and compared them to known maps. Everything he saw contradicted existing beliefs. Slowly, he came to a bold conclusion. This was a completely new continent. The birth of the New World. Idea Vespucci described these lands as mundus, novus, the New World. This idea shocked Europe. If true, it meant the world was far larger than anyone had imagined. It also meant centuries of maps were wrong. Letters that traveled faster than ships. Vespucci wrote letters explaining his discoveries. These letters were copied, printed, and spread rapidly across Europe. People were fascinated by the idea of a new continent, and Vespucci became famous. Mapmakers began to listen. Cartographers began to trust Vespucci's claims. They started drawing a separate landmass west of Europe. Slowly, maps began to change, and with them, human understanding of the world. The 1507 map that changed history. In 1507, a German map maker named Martin Waldseemüller created a revolutionary world map. For the first time, the new continent was clearly separated from Asia, but the most important decision was yet to come. The name America is born. Waldseemüller decided to name the new land America, using the Latin feminine form of Amerigo Vespucci's name. He believed Vespucci deserved credit for recognizing the new world. That single choice would echo through history. Why Columbus was left behind. Many believed the land should have been named after Columbus. But Columbus never understood what he had found. By the time people realized the mistake, the name America had already spread. British explorers arrive in an already named world. When British explorers reached North America, the name America was already in use. Maps, books, and scholars had accepted it. The British did not rename the land, they adopted the name. America becomes official through use. The name America appeared in official documents, royal records, and navigation charts. The more it was used, the more permanent it became. Soon, there was no alternative. One name, two continents. At first, America referred mainly to South America. Over time, the name expanded to include North America as well. Eventually, it described an entire hemisphere. A name that outlived empires. Empires rose and fell. Borders changed. Colonies became nations. But the name America remained untouched. Stronger than politics, stronger than power. A name born from chance. America was not named by kings or conquerors. It was named by a mapmaker, inspired by an explorer who understood what others could not. It is a reminder that history is often shaped by small decisions with massive consequences. This was PastPathsUK-USA, uncovering the true story of how America was named. A story of exploration, misunderstanding, and a name that reshaped the world. History is not just what happened. It's what people believed, recorded, and remembered. And sometimes, one name is enough to change everything.